3 years after actor Johnny Depp sued his ex-wife, actress Amber Heard, for defamation over an op-ed she wrote for the Washington Post about being a survivor of domestic abuse, the case has gone to trial in Fairfax County Circuit Court in Virginia. Depp and Heard met in 2009 while filming the movie The Rum Diary. They started dating around early 2012 and got married 3 years later. In May 2016, Los Angeles police were called to a domestic dispute at Depp's Los Angeles house, but determined there was no evidence of a crime. Days later, Heard filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences and a restraining order accusing Depp of repeated domestic violence. She was granted a temporary restraining order, while Depp's representatives vehemently denied all allegations of abuse. The back and forth played out publicly for weeks, as Heard said in court documents that Johnny has been verbally and physically abusive to me for their entire relationship, while Depp's team and Heard was attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. That August, they settled the divorce for a reported $7 million right before a hearing on the restraining order was scheduled to begin. According to the Associated Press, Heard dropped the restraining order and she and Depp released a joint statement. Our relationship was intensively passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love. Neither party has made false accusations for financial gain. There was never any intent of physical or emotional harm. So what exactly is this case about? In December 2018, Heard wrote an op-ed that was published in the Post with the headline, "Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." Heard urged support for women who came forward as victims of violence and wrote that 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse. She did not mention Depp by name. About 3 months later, Depp filed a defamation lawsuit asking for $50 million in damages, saying that the piece hurt his career, cost him movie roles, and immediately damaged his reputation as a public figure. The complaint states that Depp's reputation and career were devastated after Heard's first domestic violence accusation in 2016, but the op-ed brought new damage. Disney dropped Depp from the lucrative Pirates of the Caribbean franchise 4 days after it was published. The op-ed's clear implication that Mr. Depp is a domestic abuser is categorically and demonstratively false. Mr. Depp never abused Ms. Heard. Her allegations against him were false when they were made in 2016. They were a part of an elaborate hoax to generate positive publicity for Ms. Heard and advance her career, Depp's lawyers wrote in the complaint. It also alleges that Heard violently abused Depp. The complaint says Heard wrote the op-ed with actual malice, the legal standard that public figures have to prove in defamation cases, claiming that Heard, at the time of publication, knew these statements were false and that Depp wants to clear his name and receive punitive damages. In April 2019, Heard filed to dismiss the case and detail years of alleged abuse beginning in late 2012, when she said he first slapped her across the face. She alleged that Depp abused drugs and alcohol and called him the monster during these times, and said she never attacked Depp except in self-defense against her and her sister. Johnny Depp regularly abused Amber Heard, both physically and emotionally, through much of their relationship. Heard's lawyers wrote, Ms. Heard eventually found herself forced to file for divorce. After the ensuing media frenzy in which Mr. Depp distorted the truth for public consumption, Ms. Heard resolved to fight for the victims of domestic violence. After the case proceeded, Heard countersued Depp for $100 million in August 2020, saying Depp defamed her and tried to ruin her, when his team said that they committed perjury and that her abuse allegations were a hoax. A judge dropped some of the claims in the countersuit, but is allowing others to continue. The jury will hear both Depp's claims and Heard's counterclaims. So let's hear from you. What do you think about the defamation case involving Johnny Depp and his ex-wife? And have you found yourself in a similar situation? As your personal development and relationship mentor, my goal is to see you all thrive in life. And that's why your free 1-hour coaching session is available. Please contact me now at lifecoachjscott@gmail.com to get started. If you've received value from this content and would like more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember to turn on your notifications so you'll never miss out on my weekly content. Thanks again, and until next time, be safe and take care.